In the silence before chaos, Superman prepares. He cracks his knuckles, custom-forged weapons, pulsing with stolen starfire. He's faced gods, titans, multiverses, and still, he steps into the unknown, thinking, what's one more fight? The doors creak open. His eyes widen with shock. We cut to warmth and normalcy. Game night at Lois and Clark's. They laugh and enjoy the games. Until Lois pauses. The light outside is bright and red. Panic sets in. Darkseid, stronger, radiating power like a living singularity. As Superman and Diana take flight, charging in, something cuts deep. This isn't the Darkseid they've beaten before. Darkseid is everywhere, simultaneously. Piece by piece, the heroes fall. Bruce goes down first. Diana follows. Superman rockets in, only to be struck by a sound, a wound, a blast that ends him. It's over. When does this happen? Clark asks in confusion, but the answer stuns him. It already did. The Quantum Quorum reveals the truth to our heroes. Darkseid has conquered the future and is ripping his way backward through time. Lois's game night reminder text comes through, proving that the future foretold is real. This time, they don't win. The Quorum suggests the unthinkable. Use their last energy to create an entirely new timeline. Restart reality itself. Zatanna and Diana push back. Nightwing isn't convinced. How did Darkseid become this? Time Trapper begins to explain. At the heart of the universe lie two primal forces, Alpha and Omega, creation and conquest. While most worlds pulse with Alpha, Apocalypse is Omega incarnate. Darkseid claimed it, twisted it, and in a new universe, he embedded Apocalypse's heart into Earth itself. Now, all Omega flows through him. He's no longer just Darkseid. He is King Omega, a walking singularity of total domination. The urgency is real. Earth is already transforming. Batman floats a wild idea. If this heart can forge a King Omega, can it make one of them strong enough to fight back? Technically, yes, but impossibly dangerous. Only an Omega Blast could reset the heart's allegiance. And Booster Gold, corrupted from past exposure, might just carry that power. But unleashing it is beyond risky. Worldforger lays it out. The heart is alive, sentient, and would defend itself. Any attempt to challenge it would trigger a reality warping tournament, a multi-ringed, four-dimensional gauntlet to find a champion fueled solely by conquest. The heroes wouldn't face parademons. They would have to face each other. Only one would rise. Only one would be deemed worthy to defeat the heart and face Darkseid. Victory means tapping into pure Omega energy. No mercy, no compassion. You have to want to win no matter the cost. Booster supports the plan. He's seen what Darkseid becomes, but Superman's face shows pure frustration as he abandons the conversation. Clark stares at the Earth as two of his closest friends follow behind. Bruce warns, villains could follow them into the tournament. Imagine Joker, Lex Luthor, wielding ultimate power. But Clark asks the bigger question. If they go, who protects the world while they're gone? Batman and Wonder Woman urge Clark to reconsider, but Clark can't shake the sound that stopped him mid-charge. Every heart on Earth beating in perfect sync. Not death. Not silence, but submission. Darkseid's rhythm. Diana reframes it. They need to play the game, the kind they all win, together. The decision is made. They have 7 days to prepare the Earth and to prepare themselves. On the 7th, as Darkseid arrives, they'll enter the heart and fight to become its champion. Day 1, lockdown. The League moves fast. Villains must be secured. Modified T-spheres flood the sky, scanning, tracking, deploying. His command echoes across the city. Around the world, they move. Arkham, Bellreeve, Nanda Parbat, T-Spheres seek out threats. Joker, Toyman, Killer Croc, Black Mamba, Lex. Some are amused, some surprised, some furious, but all are taken off the game board. Day 2. The League meets with world leaders. A global strategy is set. Unified, they form the path forward. Day 3. Clark speaks to Earth. A heavy vow. They will save Earth. They prepared evacuation protocols, and the Titans will stay behind in case of anything. Day 4. Time with family. The heroes return to their roots. Clark walks with Lois, John, and Kara, grounded in the city he loves, listening to life all around him. Day 5. Preparation. The heroes choose their paths. Some go for offense, like Batman, upgrading to Justice Buster 2. Others choose strategy. Diana reclaims the God Killer armor. Some bolster defenses. Cyborg enhances with Father Box tech. Clark chooses what feels right. Powered Knuckles. Day 6. With Earth secured, villains contained, and plans in place, it begins. Over 100 heroes, gods, aliens, monsters, and mortals all take flight. They arrive. The skies part, and the Sanctuary Nexus dives through the Earth's molten core, where the heart of Apocalypse beats. They ready the blast, and a light floods the world. The blast works. Barely. For mere zeptoseconds, the heart stops. Then it restarts. Blank. Burning. Hungry. And the first thing it sees? Them. The heroes. It welcomes them with a vision, each of them seeing themselves win. Become the heart's champion, a god. The tournament begins. Superman crashes down, greeted by monstrous guardians. Rows of heroes file in. Only those who survive the gauntlet move forward. One mistake, and you're out. The mace drops. Superman charges in, lands some hits, but also gets smashed hard from behind. He doesn't look like himself. The gauntlet is pure chaos. Traps, collapsing tiles, and thunderous enemy blows. Explosions, vaporized bodies. Clark reminds himself, it's a game. Things get worse. Omega morphs, war parademons from the end of time, descend near the end zone. All hell breaks loose. Omega morphs swarm. Blasts rip through. Superman sees the finish line, but he's not crossing it. He's holding the line, pushing back so others can't get through. But one is missing, Bruce. And then Clark finds him impaled. Superman screams. A flag unfurls, and a shot hits Clark hard. He hits the ground, dazed. Then he sees them. The villains, Lex, Joker, and more, all here. And in his last moments, Batman says, "Remember what I said." The villains break through and start crossing the finish line one by one. Clark erupts, tearing through Titans, Omegas. A loud sound blasts through, not explosions, Superman's heartbeat. Superman crosses the line, and with the final spot claimed, the arena locks down and the crowd roars. 32 champions stand revealed. A new voice rises. The heart of Apocalypse itself speaks. It remembers crowning Darkseid. It knows all fates, all choices, and the horrors to come, including 3 terrible champions, the Destroyers. These are monsters born of Dominion, twisted horsemen bred to serve a king. But the heart reveals a darker truth. Not Clark, not Diana, not Mari. None of them win. They are not the last standing. Because one, just one, still hides among them. The king himself has entered the game. Darkseid, cloaked in disguise, stands among the 32. He's not waiting for the game to begin, because for him, it's already over. Flashback warmth cuts through. During game night, the friends joke about what they would be doing if they weren't heroes. Now, the battlefield shifts. A realm forged in the corpse of gods, spinning at the end of existence. This round is about power, taken from each other. Scattered across this wasteland lie mythic artifacts. Godkiller Sword, Lasso of Truth, Speed Force Ring. 13 weapons, 32 contenders. Only those holding one when time runs out will survive. The round begins. The scramble is chaos. Some like Hawkman and Cyborg sense their targets. Lex Luthor arrives, armed to the teeth. Scanners tracking everything. He blasts towards the power rings. But Clark is focused. This isn't just about winning. It's also about making sure that Lex doesn't. Superman tears through the fray, with his sights set on Lex before finally grabbing a hold of him and bringing him down. At the Adam's Belt site, Diana and Estrid clash in thunderous fury. But victory comes fast for Wonder Woman. But before she can claim the belt, a new challenger enters. Giganta, mocking her size. And just as quickly, someone even bigger arrives. Lightning cracks as Joker strikes a pose, beaming with his new belt. When Giganta protests that they're on the same team, he answers with a sadistic grin and oh right, I forgot. Then splat! Joker crushes his own teammate like a bug. And it doesn't end there, as Joker then eats the other running challengers like candy. At the Godkiller site, chaos continues. Plastic Man restrains O'Brien, who boasts of a super plastic upgrade, near indestructible, but his cockiness costs him. At the Godkiller site, chaos continues. Plastic Man restrains Metamorpho, as he boasts of a super plastic upgrade that is near indestructible, but his cockiness costs him. Elsewhere, a power ring gleams. Guy Gardner moves in without trouble. Or so he thought. He's quickly interrupted. The new holder of the ring is met with a shock after slipping it on. The new holder of the ring, Harley Quinn, is met with a shock after slipping it on. Superman brings the fight to Lex, launching a devastating strike, but Lex doesn't flinch. He thanks Clark, not for the punch, for the Phantom Zone. Lex is armed with kryptonite that will now force Clark to listen. He claims he had an awakening, no longer driven by hate, but clarity. Superman, he says, has failed not by doing wrong, but by not doing enough. Lex is no longer just collecting power. He's on a mission. With chilling precision, he draws a glowing blade and slashes Clark's hand off. Lex looms over a wounded Superman, holding the blade like a scepter. He claims the Heart of Apocalypse gave him a vision, a perfect world remade in his image. Kryptonite shards are fired into Superman's body. Lex hears the world crying out for a savior, and declares Superman too weak, too cowardly to be that hero. He declares himself better and flies off, leaving Superman behind. Elsewhere, the chaos escalates as others continue to battle for artifacts to hold onto. Starro unleashes his army, possessing champions. With chilling unity, they form the Starro League. A blinding burst of electricity tears through the field from Wonder Woman. Another artifact claimed, another player down. Elsewhere, Joker, now a target of many, vanishes in a flash. But the Clown Prince doesn't exactly vanish. Instead, he shrunk down and went inside the head of his target. The race is on, only a few relics are left, and everyone's blood is up. Luthor soars towards the remaining power rings, but Zatanna's ready. She hurls a construct made of Fortress of Solitude crystal straight at him. He crashes hard. She claims her prize and revenge for Superman, declaring it's score one for love. Luthor tries one last grab, his mechanical claw nearly catching Zatanna. She pulls away just in time. He smirks. He didn't want all the rings, just the black one. Zatanna mocks him. What good is a ring of death when there's no one to control? But Luthor's grin only widens. He clenches the black ring tight. Something dark stirs. Across the battlefield, Clark strains to rise. He knows the end is near. Kryptonite still burns inside him, but the need to act outweighs the pain. Supergirl tries to pass him a prize, Captain Atom's mask, but it's snatched away by a silver-skinned contender. And then it hits him. A rumble, a tremor in the world itself. Lex has won. The Elder Gods now answer to him. One by one, he turns them against the heroes, against Clark's friends. They fall, and all the while, Lex watches Clark, never blinking, never looking away. Back in the flashback, Bruce presses Clark again. What would you be if you weren't Superman? Clark deflects. He never wanted politics, but Bruce pushes deeper. Clark is always trying to do the most good possible. He's not just Superman, he's a strategist. A new equation is needed to succeed. Now, Lex roars, "It's over, Superman!" Clark keeps thinking. The rules echo. Follow the example of Darkseid, and you shall be rewarded. Superman rips the kryptonite shard from his shoulder and stabs it deep into his own chest. Clark ends Superman and rises anew. Reborn in power, the Omega Sanction. Darkseid's wrath forged into a weapon. He says, "I am Superman." He unleashes devastation, toppling Elder Gods, making Luthor's stolen power irrelevant. Lex screams, "No! I had you beat!" Superman prepares to deliver justice, but abruptly, the challenge ends. And just like that, 16 champions remain. The Watchtower. Outside the tournament, tension builds. The fire pits flare. The Omega energy pulses. A new King Omega may soon rise. Time Trapper urges hope, but Booster Gold scoffs before saying the name Darkseid and going on the assault. Things are about to get bad.